So good morning all. Okay, let us move to the fifth question. If the equation x square plus ax plus b equals to 0 and x square plus cx plus d is equal to 0, have a common root. Have a common root. And the second equation, sorry, and the first equation has equal roots. Then prove that two times of b plus d is equal to a times c, a into c. Okay, let me read the question once again. If the equation x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0 and x square plus cx plus d is equal to 0 have a common root, they have the common root, whereas the first equation has equal roots. Then prove that 2 times of b plus d is equal to ac. So let alpha be the common root. So that implies alpha satisfies both the equations. Alpha square plus a alpha plus b equals to 0. Say equation 1. Next, alpha square plus c alpha plus d equals to 0. Second equation. Now, since the first equation has equal roots, means obviously the roots of x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0 becomes alpha comma alpha. So according to the problem, the roots of x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0 are alpha comma alpha. Both are equal. So both are equal means since alpha is the common root, obviously the roots of the first equation becomes alpha comma alpha. Now we can find out sum of the roots here. Alpha plus alpha is 2 alpha, which is negative a. We can write alpha is equal to negative a upon 2. Product of the roots also we can find out. Alpha square is equal to constant term by x square coefficient. B, alpha square is equal to b. Either in first equation or second equation, put alpha is equal to minus a upon 2, alpha square is equal to b. so that we get this condition. So now substituting or put alpha is equal to minus a upon 2 and alpha square is equal to b. Alpha square is equal to b in equation 2. Better. Equation 2. So now what do you get? Here alpha square is equal to b plus c alpha minus ac by 2 plus d equals to 0. Now we can write b plus d is equal to ac by 2. Multiply with 2. Therefore 2 times b plus d is equal to ac. Hence it is proved. So here don't substitute in equation 1. Here substitute in equation 2 because equation 1 has the equal roots. So that's why in the second equation substitute alpha for minus a by 2, alpha square for b, you get the eliminant, that is nothing but 2 of b plus d is equal to ac. This is very, very important result for JEE mains examination, different competitive entrance examinations. So we shall use this one as a shortcut or tip for the multiple choice questions for the coming entrance examinations. This is very important. Please remember, this is very important for the board examination. In board examination, you need to give the proof, but whereas in multiple choice questions, you need to apply this concept. This concept is very important.
Once your previous page, sir.
This is the first page. Right. So let us move to the next question. So that is the 10th question. Solve the following equations. Solve the following equations. So first question, x to the power of 4 minus 5x square plus 6 equals to 0. So we need to solve this equation. So this equation is not quadratic equation. It is a biquadratic equation. So, but though it's a biquadratic equation, it can be solved by reducing into the quadratic equation. Am I correct? Okay. How will you reduce this biquadratic equation into the quadratic? How can you reduce it? Just think for a while. So this is given x to the power of 4 minus 5x square plus 6 equals to 0. So x to the power of 4 can be written x square whole square. Am I correct? Minus 5 times x square plus 6 equals to 0. Let us suppose, let x square is equal to some variable t. Now it is t square minus 5t plus 6 equals to 0. Now it has been put in the form of a quadratic equation. Now it can be solved. So factors of 6, minus 3 times minus 2. Actually 3 times 2, but how could you split the middle term? That can be split as minus 3t minus 2t. Factorization method. t square minus 3t minus 2t plus 6 equals to 0. So take t common, we have t minus 3 minus 2 common, t minus 3 equals to 0. So now t minus 3 common, we have t minus 2 equals to 0. We get two cases, t minus 3 is equal to 0, t minus 2 is equal to 0. T equals to 3 and t is equal to 2. Case 1. If t is equal to 3, then, but our aim is to find out the x value, but t is the arbitrary value itself only, that is, so now instead of t we can write x square is equal to 3. That implies x is equal to root over 3 but plus or minus. So next go to the case 2. If t is equal to 2, then actually t stands for x square. We have x square is equal to 2. That implies x is equal to root over 2 plus or minus. So therefore solution set x equals to plus or minus root 2 comma plus or minus root 3. Okay, I will ask you one question. How many roots are there for x to the power of 4 minus 5x square plus 6 is equal to 0? How many roots are there?
4 roots.
Exactly correct. It has 4 real roots. Am I correct? 4 real roots. Understood this question?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes, sir.
So now, second question. X to the power of 2 by 3 plus x to the power of 1 upon 3 minus 2 is equal to 0. So we need to solve for x, this equation. Just if you observe directly, it is not in the standard form. How could you put in ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 form? Can it be possible? Can it be reducible into the quadratic equation form? See, let us try ourselves. This is given. So good, very good, Manikanta. Given x to the power of 2 by 3 plus x to the power of 1 upon 3 negative 2 is equal to 0. This x to the power of 2 by 3 can be written as x to the power of 1 by 3 whole square plus x to the power of 1 by 3 minus 2 is equal to 0. Yes, yes, good try. Let x to the power of 1 by 3 is equal to, let us introduce one variable t. Now above equation becomes t square plus t minus 2 is equal to 0. It's a quadratic equation in t, so that it can be solvable, factorized. T square, this can be written 2t minus 2 is equal to 0, because we have 2 is a prime number, it has only two factors, 1 and 2. So 2 minus 1 is plus t itself only. Plus 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. So now t common, we have t plus 2 minus 1 common, t plus 2 equals to 0. Again t plus 2 common, we have t minus 1 is equal to 0. Two cases will arise, t plus 2 is equal to 0, t minus 1 is equal to 0. T is equal to negative 2, t is equal to 1. But our aim is to find out the x values, possible x values. Then what shall we do? Go for case 1. Case 1, consider if t is equal to negative 2. But what does t stand for? T stand for x raised to 3. X raised to 1 upon 3, sorry. That is equal to negative 2. So cubing on both sides. Cubing on both sides. So as to get x value. Cubing on both sides means raising the power to 3 to the both sides. X to the power of 1 upon 3 whole cube equal to minus 2 whole cube. So this will be x equals to minus 8. Now go to case 2. So if t is equal to 1, then x to the power of 1 upon 3 is equal to 1, cubing on both sides. So that implies directly I will write x, 1 cube is 1. Therefore solution set. Solution set. X is equal to, what do you write? Negative 8
1
comma,
comma minus 8.
negative 8 comma 1. Third question.
Sir, can you show today's starting page, sir? Question.
Right.
Okay, sir.
Let us move to the third question now. 7 raised to 1 minus x plus 7 raised to 1 plus x equal to 50. So we need to solve this one. Here given 7 raised to 1 minus x plus 7 raised to 1 plus x equal to 50. Excuse me. This 7 to the power of 1 minus x can be written 7 upon 7 to the power of x plus 7 to the power of 1 plus x can be written 7 times 7 power x equal to 50. Let us say 7 power x is equal to t. So we have, for now, we can write 7 upon t plus 70 equal to 50. So now we need to convert this 7 upon t plus 70 is equal to 50, a quadratic equation in terms of t. So that means multiply t on both sides or taking LCM t on both sides. So multiplying t on both sides, you get like this: 7 plus 7t square equals to 50t. So this can be written 7t square minus 50t plus 7 equals to 0. Just multiply constant term with the t square coefficient, 49. So we have the 49 factors are 7 7 perfect square, and 50 we need. And also one more factor we can write: 49 1 ja. 49 plus 1 you will be getting 50, but negative 49, negative 1 write down. So this we can write 7t square minus 49t minus t plus 7 equals to 0. From the first two terms, let us take okay, good, 70 common. We have t minus 7 minus 1 common, t minus 7 equals to 0. T minus 7 into 7t minus 1 equals to 0. So t minus 7 is equal to 0, t is equal to 7, 7t minus 1 is equal to 0, t is equal to 1 upon 7. They are multiplicative inverses each other, because if you multiply 7 with 1 by 7, you will be getting 1. Okay, leave it, that is. So case 1, if t is equal to 7, then obviously we get t stands for 7 power x equal to 7. This can be written as 1. Bases are equal, therefore x equals to 1. So one of the solution has been obtained. So next go for case 2. If t equals to 1 upon 7, so then t stands for 7 power x. 1 upon 7 we can write 7 power minus 1. So therefore bases are equal, the powers are equated, so that exponents are equated. Sorry, you get x is equal to minus 1. So what is the answer? Solution set. Solution set x is equal to negative 1 comma 1. This is the answer. Okay, shall I move to next question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Fourth question. Solve for x. 3 power x plus 3 power minus x equals to 2. So can you suggest me how to solve this problem? Any idea? Very good, very good. So one of
3
the
power
viewers
x plus 1 by 3 power x equal to 2.
What will be the next step?
3 power x equal to t. 3 plus 1 by t equal to 2.
Wonderful, Nana. Good idea. Good idea. Very good, very good. You got an idea. So this is given 3 power x plus 3 power minus x equals to 2. That implies this we can write for our convenience 3 power x plus 1 upon 3 power x equal to 2. So to write in the quadratic form, let us say 3 power x is equal to t. So we have t plus 1
t
upon
plus 1 by t.
Very good. Multiply both sides with t. you get t square plus 1 equal to 2t. Bring 2t this side. T square
Then it will
minus
form
2t
t square minus 2t plus 1.
equals to 0. It's very interesting. T square minus 2t plus 1 is a perfect square, because a square minus 2ab plus 1, that will be a minus b whole square. We can write t minus 1 whole square equals to 0. So t minus 1 is equal to square root of 0. 0, because 0 is the neither positive nor negative. Only one solution you will get it. T equals to 1.
Equal to 1.
Yes, if t is equal to 1, then t stands for 3 power x. 3 power x is equal to 1. The 1 can be written as for the condition, as a base of 3 you can write. 1 can be expressed 3 raised to 0. Now bases are equal. Obviously, you get x is equal to
X equal to 0.
0.
X equal to 0.
This is the answer. All right, shall I move to next question?
Yes, sir.
Sir, 1 minute. Now we can answer.
See, today is 20th. See, 22nd onwards, I will start JEE mains for quadratic equations. JEE mains level 1 questions will be discussed. After that, followed by the quadratic expressions concept, followed by the JEE mains questions. I will discuss like that. So I think tomorrow it will be going to be completed quadratic equations concept total. Enough. This is enough. This standard up to this is intermediate level we have discussed. Now on 22nd onwards we shall discuss JEE mains.
J.
Yeah. Don't miss the classes.
MCQ type, sir.
Pardon me. Shall you repeat?
I'm
Same time. So now
means you would say MCQ, sir.
yes, multiple choice questions with shortcuts. Root over x upon 1 minus x plus root over 1 minus x upon x equals to 13 upon 6. So conditions are very important. Here x does not equal to 0 and x does not equal to 1. Satisfying these two conditions only, this problem can be solved. It will be solved all the real numbers except 0, 1. Okay. So how could you solve this problem? So what's your idea?
T
What's your
equal
idea?
to x, sir.
We can write it as root x by root of 1 minus x plus root of 1 minus x by root x.
Okay. Okay. Next. So just
T
observe.
equal to x, sir. Let
Huh?
can take value x equal to t, sir.
X is equal to t. If you take x is equal to t, again you will be getting in terms of t only. The problem is same. Root of t minus t upon 1 minus t plus root of 1 minus t by t. That it cannot be written in the form of quadratic. It cannot be reduced into the quadratic equation. Okay, my idea. Suppose if you say this is t, root of x by x minus x is equal to t. What does it become?
1 by t.
Yeah, that's all. Simply we can solve. Okay, let us proceed. Now, given root over x upon 1 minus x plus root over 1 minus x upon x equal to 13 upon 6. Actually, these two are multiplicative inverses, are reciprocals each other. Indirectly given, the sum of a number and reciprocal is 13 upon 6. Let us see here. Root of x upon 1 minus x is equal to t. Even you can say root of 1 minus x by x also t, no problem. We have t plus 1 upon t is equal to 13 upon 6. Even you can take LCM or multiply with t also, no problem. T square plus 1 equal to 13 upon 6 by cross multiplication. By cross multiplication, what do you get now here? 6t square plus 6 equals
Plus
to,
6 equal to 13t.
yeah, 6t square negative 13t plus 6 equals to 0. 6 6 ja 36. This 36 we can write minus 9 multiplied by minus 4. Minus 9 plus minus 4 is minus 13. 6t square minus 9t minus 4t plus 6 is equal to 0. From the first two terms, 6, 9 is there. What is the HCF of 6, 9? Actually, this is totally based on, by taking common is based on the concept of HCF only, highest common factor. What is the highest common factor of 6, 9?
3. 3 is the
Three.
common factor.
Yeah.
3.
What is the highest common factor of t square t? T. So take 3t common. That is the logic. 3t common. This will be 2t minus 3. You will be getting. Here minus 2 take common. You get 2t because for 4, 6, 2 is the highest common factor. Take 2 common, minus 2 common. 2t minus 3 equals to 0. We get 2t minus 3. So multiplied with 3t minus 2 is equal to 0. So we get two cases. Here t is equal to 3 upon 2. T is equal to 2 upon 3. Now go for case 1 and case 2 by taking this one. Shall I move to next page?
Yes, sir.
1 minute, sir. Okay, sir.
Now case 1. If t equals to 3 upon 2, then according to the problem, this is t. Root over x upon 1 minus x equals to 3 upon 2. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. So what does it become? So if you apply the squaring on both sides, you get root of x upon 1 minus x whole square is x upon 1 minus x. But here very important, right hand side, 3 by 2 becomes directly
9 by 4.
9 upon 4. Cross
9 by 4.
Yes, 4x minus 9 minus 9x. Bring minus 9x this side. That will be 13x equal to 9. So therefore, x is equal to 9 upon 13. It is one of the values. But we need to discuss for even case 2 also. What is the case 2? T is equal to, what shall we take?
2 by 3.
Yes,
2 by 3.
yes, 2 by 3 or 2 upon 3. Whatever you can say, no problem. Case 2. If t equals to 2 upon 3, then root over x upon 1 minus x equal to 2 upon 3. Squaring on both sides. But even MCQs, you can write this symbol, shortcuts. But as far as board examination is concerned, don't write this SMS language. Use squaring on both sides only. So now what do we get here? X upon 1 minus x equals to
4 by
upon
9.
Cross multiplication takes place. 9x, 4 minus 4x. This will be 13x equals to 4. Obviously, x is equal to 4 upon 13. So therefore, solution set. Solution set.
4 by 13, sir. You wrote 3.
Very good, very good, very good observation. Very good observation. I will admit my mistakes. Yes, right. X equals to 9 upon 13, comma 4 upon 13.
4 by 13.
Yeah. Clear this problem?
Yes, sir.
Right. So actually in mathematics, checking errors is also one of the strategy. That is also we need to learn ourselves. Whether the given question is correct or not, we need to check. That's the part of our learning of mathematics only. That's why even you cannot say wrong also, I don't mind. Right? Shall I move to next question? What is the
Yes,
question
sir.
number?
Sir,
Sixth question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sixth question. Sixth question. 2 times x plus 1 upon x whole square minus 7 times x plus 1 upon x plus 5 is equal to 0, provided x does not equal to 0. Okay, any idea? Solve for x. How will you solve?
X plus 1 by x equal to t.
Good idea. Good idea. Right. Okay. Yes. Given 2 times of x plus 1 upon x whole square minus 7 times x plus 1 upon x plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, let us say x plus 1 by x is equal to t. This can be put in the form of 2t square minus 7t plus 5 is equal to 0. So very simple. 5 2 are 10. 5 plus 2 7 only. Because 2 and 5 are prime numbers. This can be written 2t square minus 5t minus 2t plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay. What is the HCF? Highest common factor of 2 comma 5? What is the highest common factor of 2 comma 5? 1 only. So we cannot take any common. From t square and t, we can take t common. If you take t common, you get 2t minus 5. It's very simple now. It's also 1 common. We have negative 1 common, 2t minus 5. Here we get 2t minus 5 multiplied
T
with,
minus 1.
yes. So we get